Now, Debbie, you are sort of the volunteer coordinator guru for the district. Is that your official title? Does it say guru on your desk?
I think it does. I think it does say guru.
And there you go to icon.
No, I'm never an icon.
Okay.
But we are really kind of the umbrella. The Community Involvement Office is the volunteer services umbrella for the Escambia County School District.
And I think that, people think of volunteering at school maybe in different ways, but you can kind of help take someone's desire to help and focus it in the way that the avenue that's best for them. So tell us a little bit about some of the different ways you can kind of help people.
Absolutely. I think a lot of the times we think about volunteers in schools, we think about 25 years ago, and it was mothers in schools.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And those days are over. Mothers are working, just like you and me. And they're still participating in schools, but they're not stay-at-home moms anymore. There are still some stay-at-home moms, of course, but they're not the majority of our volunteer base anymore. They are just a part of it. And so we do need to think about other ways that we can get people involved in schools that aren't home during the day, and there's all kinds of ways that we can do that.
I know that you and I have talked about your efforts in the past to help dads feel more drawn into the circle.
Absolutely. Fathers are critical. Men are critical to working with our students. And any way that we can get men to feel comfortable volunteering in schools, we want to do that. And one of the ways that we have found that they are comfortable is when other men ask them to get involved.
Ah, peer pressure?
Not just women.
Quinn, do men respond to peer pressure?
Big time.
Not
I'm feeling
just
like I should run to a school right now while we're talking.
Yeah, and we have a place for you, I promise.
But I think employers can really promote this. I know, for
absolutely.
example, with Studer Group, we really promoted DD. We had, DD Comptons and that, lots of people. I went to a high school graduation this year because Mallory, my daughter, had been the peer mentor for over 4 years to the girl, and she graduated from high school, and neither parent spoke English. So that was fascinating. She was there. So I just think an employer, and I know there's employers who watch the show, or people in the community and clubs can really push that. I know today at the Five Flags Rotary at lunchtime, one of the things they were sort of really recommending is, get involved in the schools, because, in education, we've talked about education, it's not just one thing. It's a whole entire community, like you talked about Charleston. It's a whole entire community owning the educational system, not just thinking it's you because you have a kid there, or you because you went there, and so on. So what's a motivator? Tell me about that, though. I'm interested. Tell me what your motivation
Youth motivator is it doesn't have to be somebody with a PhD. It's just somebody that has a big heart for kids. They help influence, motivate through education. The students that are struggling, that need maybe a little intervention. So these are adults.
These are like volunteers.
They're volunteers that come into the school for 1 hour, 1 day a week, and sort of adopt a student for that school year. It is a 1-year commitment. We do ask that they come on time, and they're at the school for 1 hour, 1 day a week. And boy, what a difference they're making.
What about training? To me, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, well, can I sort of test drive this? I don't know if I could commit full time. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I don't know if I'm going to be good at it. I'm a little uncomfortable. What are some ways that I can learn more and to see if it's a good fit for me?
We do. It's a requirement that we make sure you come in and do a training to reference what you said about employers, and let's get them involved. Debbie and I have been the road show all summer, and we've gone to places like Penn Air and Navy Federal, and we're going to anybody that'll allow us to come and speak to them on behalf of the mentor program for Escambia County School District.
I have actually been a youth motivator mentor in the past. I haven't done it since I had my own kids, but it is a nice, at least my experience with it was a nice program, because if you aren't, like you said, if you're not totally sure about it, you would get a folder and there would be something in there for you to do, and the teacher would leave you a note and say, these are, this is something that you want to do, we want to accomplish today. So it was easier than I thought it would be, because they give you a roadmap to follow.
And first of all, of course, mentoring, the academic portion, of course, is important, but just as important is the relationship that you're going to establish with that person. And it's just like anything else, Quentin, Shannon, that takes time.
Right, you know, we're running out of time, so tell us a story, because I've heard some stories that just tear my heart out about how a mentor's made a difference in a child's life or an impact. Do you have a story to leave us with?
I have lots of them. In my training, I share all of these with you to kind of demonstrate what a difference you can make with just the right heart.
I'm going to share on one of them.
But for example, my husband has mentored a student for about 4 years, and he just kind of every once in a while he would, look for, if he was making a difference. And he got a letter this year from his students saying, "I'm the first in my family to graduate. And Mr. Burgosh, it's because you told me I could." So a lot of times the mentors are just cheerleaders, giving them confidence and telling them that they really can make a difference and do it.
Well, that's wonderful. I know that sometimes it can be hard to know, like, if you're doing the right thing, if you're making the impact.
Well,
so that's wonderful.
So I'm watching this show, and I'm very excited. I want to get involved. Who do I call? Where do I go?
You need to call the Community Involvement Office of the Escambia County School District.
Number?
And that phone number is 469-5676. And our wonderful secretary can route you any way you need to be routed to get.
I just pick up the phone. If nobody, I leave a message.
You can leave a message and we will track you down.
Track me down. Okay.
Give them the number again.
That's 469-5676.
All right. Well,
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for what you both do.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank
and
you.
Please thank your husband for his commitment to his student, and that's wonderful. Thank you, ladies, for being with us.
Thanks for having us.